What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of F1 2017. We are continuing the career mode and we are at round 1, the Australian Grand Prix. And the conditions are wet. But we did qualifying that was also wet. We managed to get second on the grid. Ahead of us we have got Hamilton in pole and behind us we've got Ricciardo. It wasn't too bad of a qualifying session. It was actually my first time properly driving in the wet with these new cars and on this game. So I don't think we did too bad. So without any more waiting, let's get into the action of the Australian Grand Prix. So we have 5 red lights and they are out. We are underway for the Australian Grand Prix and round 1. We get a good start, so does Hamilton though. Bottas, as you can see there, getting a good start, and the Haas going around the outside. But we managed to get the move on the inside and slip our way into first position. The wet conditions giving us a hard time, and we're already getting a good gap against Hamilton. But Bottas and the Williams of Massa, I think that is, getting side by side. As they're going around the corner now. Perfectly side by side there. Massa is keeping with Bottas. Getting a little bit on the curb though as we and Hamilton go by. But Massa has spun and I think he's in the barrier. Yep, Massa is in the barrier. I don't think Bottas had any play in that. I think it was just Massa getting on the curb, spinning out and hitting the barrier, taking off his front wing, so he will need to pit.
Virtual safety car deployed. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Virtual safety car is deployed.
So as we hear on the team radio there, the virtual safety car has been deployed because of that incident involving Massa and Bottas. Let's get a replay to see what actually happened. So they are side by side, both drivers doing a good job in the heavy wet conditions. And then Massa maybe hits Bottas there, but he loses control of his car and then ends up into the barrier with no front wing.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
So the virtual safety car is ending and the drivers are now allowed to race again. If you're wondering why the gaps aren't any different, unlike the normal safety car, you can't make up any time with the virtual one because you are set to set delta times. So the gap should remain the same between each driver, whereas the normal one, you would all bunch up behind the safety car until you're allowed to race again. So Massa has pitted, changed that front wing to one that actually works, and has thrown on another set of the wet tyres, because I don't think it's the conditions for slicks. Now he can get back out there and start racing again. The Haas cars are doing very well there in 4th and 5th place. Their car is suiting these conditions and this track very well. So we've got Kimi Raikkonen getting close to Nico Hülkenberg. He'll probably have to go down the main straight. There isn't any DRS because it is wet conditions and that is FIA rules. Kimi Raikkonen though is in the slipstream, and Raikkonen pulls out alongside Hülkenberg, goes up the inside through the first corner. Has he got the move done? It looks to be. Raikkonen is now up another place and now in front of Nico Hülkenberg. So right in front with Hamilton, we've got a good lead over the rest of the pack. However, Hamilton is sticking with us. There is a dry line coming, which is heating up the tyres a little bit, so we're going offline to find some standing water to try and cool them down, so we don't get any blistering or overheating tyres, because we definitely don't want that. So we got a little bit of oversteer, putting us on the grass a bit. We didn't lose too much time to Hamilton, so there's nothing really to worry about, and there's only a few laps left, so we need to keep this lead.
This is your final lap of the race.
So it's the last lap now. We just need to keep the car on track as we get a little bit of oversteer there. So what I want to do is be quiet so you can enjoy the final lap of the first round at the Australian Grand Prix. And we managed to keep the car on track as we head through the final few corners. And now down the main straight to complete off the Australian Grand Prix. Round 1, we managed to win it. Hamilton came second and Max Verstappen, no idea how to say his last name, came third.
Superb driving. That's the race win.
So, another excellent win from Ferrari. Tell me, Ant, what was the key to this success?
Rain always has the potential to liven up a race and mix up the order, and they've taken full advantage of that to claim the victory today. It's always a bit of a lottery when the conditions are like this, but they've managed to stay on circuit and have come out on top.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. We see a new name at the top of the championship table as we reach the end of the Grand Prix weekend. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Let's give it to Esteban Ocon. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari moved to the top of the table. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Alrighty guys, so that is the Australian Grand Prix. We managed to win it, of course, ahead of Hamilton, who was with us throughout that entire race. Also, the wet conditions made it a lot harder. Hopefully next time though it will be dry, because I really want to see what these cars are like in race trim in the dry conditions. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you enjoy this style of video where we are like commentating on our own race. Also in the comments let me know if you have any feedback. If you are new, we are doing a few series on this game already, some how-to videos and a classic car showcase where we just drive some classic cars in a classic race. But anyway, I'm going to leave this video here. Let me know also in the comments if you did enjoy this video, or by leaving a like. Subscribe if you're new. Have a fantastic day. Peace.